Welcome back. I'm Francesca Page and here's your Newsmax Now update. The Islamic State leader's right-hand man has been killed during a U.S. airstrike in Iraq today. Iraqi security officials say a top aide to ISIS leader Abu al-Baghdadi was one of the 3 senior members killed. A new series of U.S.-led airstrikes comes after another U.S. journalist was beheaded by ISIS earlier this week. And still, Republicans are criticizing the Obama administration for what they describe as a wavering response on how to handle the Islamic State. Members of the GOP say contradictory statements from President Obama and Vice President Joe Biden prove this administration is absent-minded when it comes to dealing with terrorists. Ohio Congressman Michael Turner says blatant inconsistencies further underscore this administration's admitted failure to have coordinated a plan to combat ISIS. And President Obama addressed the beheading of 2 American journalists during a speech in Estonia yesterday. The president says the U.S. will work out to diminish the Islamic radicals and adds that he wants to make ISIS a manageable threat. A week ago, the president said he had no strategy on how to handle ISIS. Meanwhile, Vice President Joe Biden sent a stern message to the Islamic terrorists yesterday, promising they'll pay for killing those 2 Americans.
We take care of those who are grieving, and when that's finished, they should know we will follow them to the gates of hell until they are brought to justice, because hell is where they will reside.
Biden says the U.S. is not intimidated by ISIS and says America will continue airstrikes to slow down the terror group. Those airstrikes, of course, are the reason ISIS claims it executed 2 Americans. And in Virginia, a jury found former Governor Bob McDonnell and his wife Maureen guilty of corruption. The McDonnells were found guilty of 11 corruption charges. Maureen was found guilty in 8 of those corruption counts, including a charge for obstruction of justice. However, the couple was acquitted of falsifying loan documents. McDonnell is the first governor in Virginia's history to be convicted of a felony. And in another major trial, a U.S. district judge ruled today that it was BP's reckless conduct that caused America's worst offshore oil spill in history. Meanwhile, police in Missouri are under fire today. The U.S. Justice Department has officially opened an investigation into the practices of the police department. The investigation will look at the police department's practices such as stops, arrests, use of force, and training. Attorney General Eric Holder says the investigation comes after a review of Ferguson's policing history. Holder added that the investigation will be carried out by a team from the Justice Department's Civil Rights Division. That's your Newsmax Now update. Now back to New York and the Steve Malzberg Show.